Hi guys, this is Annie. Today I will introduce differentiation rules and 5 problems. So, let's begin. Okay, here we have 5 differentiation rules to memorize. First, the derivative of constant is 0. C stands for constant function, which is any number like 2 or 20 or 100 and so on. And second, power rule. If you differentiate x to the n, it becomes n times x to the n minus 1. You need to bring n down and subtract 1 from the power when you apply this rule, the power rule. Third, there is a product rule. Suppose that we have y equals f of x times g of x. If you differentiate, it becomes f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. Next, quotient rule. When you differentiate f of x over g of x function, it becomes f prime of x times g of x minus f of x times g prime of x over g of x squared. Last, exponential rule. When you differentiate e to the x, it becomes e to the x. Same. What about e to the 2x? This case, derivative of e to the 2x is 2 times e to the 2x. But for those, let's do it in chain rule video. Today, just remember the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. Okay, let's practice. First problem. Find the second derivative of s when s equals 5t cubed minus 2t to the 5. Okay, we will apply the power rule. S prime, which is ds over dt. ds over dt means we are taking derivative of s with respect to t, the variable t, equals 5 times, bring 3 down, t to the, subtract 1 from 3, which is 2, minus 2 times, bring 5 down, t to the 4. So 5 times 3, 15, t squared minus 10 t to the 4. That is our first derivative. Okay, we need to get the second derivative. Then s double prime equals, we need to take derivative of first derivative. 15 times, bring 2 down, t to the 2 minus 1, which is 1. So I'm not going to write anything here. Minus 10 times, bring 4 down, t to the 4 minus 1, which is 3, cube. So I have 30t minus 40t cubed. Good. Done. And let's do the next problem. Okay. Find dy over dx when y equals x plus 5 over 3x minus 2. So y prime equals, so we need to apply the quotient rule this time. X plus 5, which is the numerator, prime times 3x minus 2, the denominator, minus x plus 5 times 3x minus 2 prime all over 3x minus 2 squared. Okay, let's take derivative of x plus 5. X, you have x to the 1 power. So 1 down and x to the 1 minus 1, which is 0. And then you have a constant, which is 5. So take derivative of a constant function, then it's going to be 0 plus 0 times 3x minus 2 minus x plus 5 times 3 x to the 0 minus 0 over 3x minus 2 squared. Okay, what is x to the 0? That is 1. What about 2 to the 0? That is 1. Then what about 3 to the 0? That is 1. Also 100 to the 0? That is 1. Everything is 1. Okay, let's go back to the problem. Then it's going to be 3x minus 2 minus x plus 5 times 3 over 3x minus 2 squared. So now you have 3x minus 2 minus, if you distribute, 3x minus 15 over 3x minus 2 squared. 3x cancels, and then now you have negative 17 over 3x minus 2 squared. Done. Let's do the next problem. Number 3. Find ds over dt when s equals 4 square root of t plus 3e squared. Okay, it looks a little bit confusing, but I know that we can do it. Let's rewrite the function again. Square root of t, which is t to the 1/2. So you can say 4 times t to the 1/2 power plus 3e squared. Okay, let's take derivative s prime equals 4 times the 1/2 down t to the 1/2 minus 1 plus, what about 3e squared? Does it have a variable t? No, it doesn't. So this is just a constant function in this problem. Becomes 0. 4 times 1/2, which is 2, t to the negative 1/2 power. Okay, what does it mean if you have negative power? Which means you can write it as 2 over square root of t. Negative power, that means you can bring this to the numerator. No, denominator. Done. Next problem. Number 4. Find the dy over dx when y equals cube root of x to the 9.6 power plus 2e to the 45. Okay, let's rewrite it again. X to the 9.6 over 3 plus 2e to the 45. Okay, So 9.6 over 3, x to the 3.2. If you divide by 3, then it's going to be 3.2 plus 2 e to the 45. Okay, let's take derivative. Y prime equals 3.2, bring 3.2 down, x to the 3.2 minus 1, and then 2 e to the 45, it does not have a variable x. So, it's just a constant in this problem. So, plus 0. Then, the answer will be 3.2 x to the 2.2. This is the answer. Okay, last problem. Find dr over dt when r equals e to dt over t. So once we see the fraction function, then we know what to apply. Quotient rule. So let's apply. R prime equals e to dt prime times t minus e to dt times t prime over t squared. So from the exponential rule, if you take derivative of e to the t, that is just e to the t again. E to the t times t minus e to the t and derivative over t, which is 1 over t squared. So let's take the common factor e to the t out. E to the t minus 1 over t squared. T minus 1, t 1. Good. So that's it for today, and I will see you next time. Bye.